Hello, 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 hello. How are you? And welcome to Bima's Crafty Corner. I am Bima, better known as Els, and we are working on a floofy pink journal. I know, so weird, right? But before we get started on that, I had Shay over yesterday. She's been here for a couple of days, and she needed to go to the schnob. So I went to the schnob. Then I found some stuff. First off, I got a tassel. Well, two tassels, but I got a tassel for our bookmark. It's not quite as long as I wanted it to be, but I can live with it, because it's nice and full and fluffy. So we got that. And I got this pretty trim. I don't have pretty trims, I have like utilitarian trim, but I got some pretty trim. And then I found this, and I don't know, like I saw it in white. I really liked it in white. And then I saw the cream, so I grabbed the cream. And I'm not over the moon about the cream, but I think that in this particular book, this is right. So we got that. And then I was looking at the offcuts, and the remnants, basically. And there was this. And there's not a lot of it. It's only like 8 inches. But it's really pretty. And I thought maybe I could use it for some ephemera or something. Like I could cut like a piece off and use it as for some ephemera. So I grabbed that. A little blingy bling. I love my bling. And then I found this. And this is 1/3 of a yard. It's just a remnant. But look, it's it's pretty. And yeah, it's just over 12 inches. So, so we got some stuff. I'm going to keep that one in the bag, but. Okay, so hello, Susie. So I come on at this time in the morning, my time, because it's only 10:15 my time, so that my ladies, when they go to lunch, have something to do. And so we had to hang out. They come in and out. They filter in and out. Sometimes we don't, nobody makes it, but it's okay. Because I love them anyway. And I'm just here when they need me. All right, so let's take a look at what we're actually. Oh, wait, there was one other thing when I went to the snub. If you know me, you know how this goes, right? Look, I got 50 rolls of washi tape. I looked at the sets that they have, and usually I don't really like their sets. Although I have to say, they had like a sepia tone kind of holiday set, which was really pretty. But then I saw this, and my granddaughter lost her marbles over this little button. But then I saw they had some other ones here that I thought, these would look good in the journal we're currently working on. So I had to get them, and I got them. And now I'm in love with them. And I came home and told my husband, I bought 50 rolls of washi tape. And he went, and what else is new? So I got more washi tape. I didn't have enough. We all know this. Okay. All right. So this is the floofy journal we're working on. We have some lace. And stuff. And we have digitals and more stuff. This paper, I love this paper. And more stuff, and more stuff. And we even have this sweet little vintage baby gown that we have been taking pieces off of. Just a little linen baby gown, and it's really sweet. And it's got some cute little designs on it and stuff, and the tiniest little buttons. I love these little buttons. but it's vintage. It's from like the 1940s. And I used to have a bunch of them, but I sold them all to one person. She loved them and wanted them all, so they're all gone. But I have that one. So we have stuff. Let's put our stuff over here. Lace. More lace. This floofy thing's not up my alley. All right, so this is our first signature. Now remember, we decided we're going to do a soft cover. I don't know if it's going to be 2 or 3 signatures, but 2 or 3 either way. We started with 2. We have this one, and we have this one, and so we're gonna finish these 2. If I decide to go with 3, I'll do one off camera. But so far, we're pink. We're very pink. And this is our bookmark, and that is what we bought our tassel for. So I'm going to grab one of these. All right. We're going to put it on there. Waiting for the hub. House mouse needs to wake up. Okay, this is going to be a pain in the butt trying to get this on here, but we're going to do it. Ha ha! We did it. Okay, we got it on there. So that's our bookmark. I know it's going to be an issue. It's going to be like, but you'll take it out of there almost immediately anyway to put it in the book. So, all right. So I'm going to take the bookmark out for now and put it up there. Otherwise, it's going to be like, So we have lots of writing space because that's what a journal should be. It should be writing space, right? And then we have our little step pocket that came in the set. We just changed it up a little bit. And I have another one. So let's take a look at that. So these were little step pockets, and I decided to add them to a piece of tea-dyed paper and just do the step up so that we could get them in here and have them in a way that they fit. Now, I didn't do it, but you could certainly glue it on 3 sides and have it as a pocket. But I thought if I did that, it would either have to come out this way, in which case this would move over, and then you run the risk of whatever you put in here falling out, or you put it over here, in which case it's really hard to get it out. And I didn't want to do it at the top because I already had the top pockets, so we moved on. So then we have our little half page here. Now this was part of a wedding invitation. You can see it's got all the little swirls on it and stuff, so I left it just the way it is. Just the way. Oh yeah, we'll put another journaling card in there. I just don't have anything like that narrow right now, but I'm probably going to do a secondary tag that's just tall, but not as tall. So then we have a little tuck here with our little journaling card. Now the other one that's like this, that's this little, like, I love the idea that this is a file folder, but this part here bothers me all the time. So this one I just inked, but the other one we actually put some paper on it to cover that up. And we'll see that later when we put it into something. And this, of course, is our beautiful handmade paper. And it has just a little pop of blue in it. So we used a little pop of blue here just to bring it up. And then over here again, just little pops of blue just to bring it up. But basically, we are leaving the writing space because that's what a journal is supposed to be. It's supposed to be for writing. And yes, design is beautiful and putting little bits here and there is gorgeous, but I don't want to overwhelm it, So then we have this big belly band that has its lace on either side. There's a video on this coming out. And we've done this giant journaling card with a pocket and a secondary journaling card on the front of it. Whoop. And that just slides into there. And it pretty much takes up the entire page. So it's a huge journaling card. And then, of course, just more writing space. And this beautiful trim over here. Rose would be so proud of me. Let's see. So this is where we're at. We're just over the halfway mark in the first signature. We have quite a few pages in the signature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 36 pages in the signature. So we have a lot of work to do. Now, we need to figure out what we're doing here. I have no idea, but we're going to take a look. So, as I normally do, I went through and I made most of my ephemera up front, and most of my pockets and things. But, we'll do stuff as we go. These we're going to pull out because they're really big and they take a lot of space. Oh, this is that other journaling card. So, again, it's a file folder and it's really pretty, but it has this, huge piece here. This is, I think this is over an inch. It's like an inch and an eighth from here to there. And so it's a pretty big, and then across it's an inch and 3/4 from here to here. So it's a big space of white, So we put in a piece of journaling, piece of coffee dyed paper. And this is coffee dyed newsprint. And then we just added a little washi in there just for a pop. And so we can use this without, without having that glaring white. And sometimes I'll take this here, and if I have like an off print of something, I'll just put a piece in there. But that didn't seem appropriate with this one. All right, so we have lots of bits of ephemera that we put together. So let's get these out. Let's take a look at what we have. And that'll kind of, we still have to figure out where this goes. Because I love it. I love this, love it, love it, love it. And it's got to go in here someplace. So we still have to figure out where that's going to go. What's up? Hi, honey. How you doing? All right, so we have bits of ephemera, which we've, done, and we have some journaling cards. More journaling cards. More bits. We have a pocket we made. Let's see. So I want to keep this. Oh, that's that piece. I had like a bunch of scraps sitting on the desk the other day. This piece and a piece of just a small piece of this. Oh, good gravy with his parchment and a piece of the wrinkled white paper. And I was like, it was just sitting here and I was going to throw it away. And then I went, nah, we'll make a piece of ephemera out of it. Sure, we did. All right. So we have to figure out what we're doing with that. Don't know. Ooh, but I think that's cute. I think it belongs right there. I like it. It's got a little bit of a pop off the page. It's got a little bit of lace on it. I think this works. So we're going to put this on here. We're going to incorporate some washi tape. What washi tape do I want to put on here? I don't know. Do I want to bring out the blue from the ribbon? Maybe. Let's bring out the blue from the ribbon. So we'll take a piece of washi tape and we'll put some washi on here. All right. Definitely not buying today. I know. I get that feeling. My husband gets totally panicked when he hears sales going on. It's like, no. My wife has credit cards and she's not afraid to use them. Okay. All righty. So we're going to use this because it kind of brings up what's the ribbon on that, and I like it. Aw, back to work. Bye, honey. I'll see you later. See, and that's how this works. Everybody pops in, says hi at their lunch break, and they go back to work. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry about that. All right, so just a nice writing page. because I love to be able to just write in a journal. I hate trying to like figure out how I'm going to write around stuff, you know, when there's 9,000 pieces of stuff on there. This is cute, but it's got this little piece of lace, and so I think it needs to go on this side of a page. So we'll hold on to that. See, that's the thing. Anything that I do with that has lace on it has to go on the other side of the page. What do we got here? Did we do? I don't know if we cut that off or glued it down. Be a little dangly piece. Ooh, okay. I have way too much fun. All right. I need, where's that thing that's got all my pockets? Pockets. Here we go. This is my bag of pockets and tags. So I'm going to pull this out. I don't know. I should just put this all in one spot, guys. There we go. Now it's all in one place. All right. So let's take a look. So we did talk about doing this, where we're going to put this around the page and have it so we have a pocket on this side and a pocket on that side. But this either has to go on something that's like much taller or something that it fits exactly. Because I don't think it's going to work hanging in the middle, you know. Now we do have this that we could do, which we could put over the top. And then it can flip up and it can be a writing space there. I don't like it on there though. No. It's a very small page, so I want it to be a very small pocket. So let's do a smaller pocket. I don't know. Let's see. I'm just going to do a small pocket over here. Now, these are the ones that came in the digital. And I'm not real big on these, you know, flanged pockets, the gusseted ones, because I almost feel like you have to fill them up a lot, you know. But these aren't too bad because the gussets are smaller. So, not too bad. So, I'm going to need this, and I have to check it because my granddaughter was over, and she uses it to pop holes in fabric. There we go. Okay. Of course, we'll come back when we do the finish up. We'll come back and do all the tops of these. I just want to see, you know, if I like that in there or if I want to put something else in it. Let's see. So I'm thinking we might go with this one. I'm going to trim it down a little bit because it's a little bit wider than the pocket. So I'm going to trim it down just a bit. Bloop. Didn't take a whole lot off, but let's see if it fits. It do fit. Okay. Hell, stop doing that. You do it all the time. And then you sit here at the end and you have to pick all that out. All right. So what are we using for ink? Oh, we're using our vintage walnut photo, which is to say that I keep forgetting that that's my vintage photo, and I keep putting walnut on stain in it. All right, I'm going to round these bottom corners. It's aesthetic. I like it. You don't have to round your corners if you don't want to. Dinky dinky doo. Dinky dinky. Dinky dinky doo. Dinky dinky. Oh, I'm waiting for Hubbard to get up because it's that day. I know. Well, I go live at this time on Wednesday every single week. I have been for, I think 7 years now. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Sunday at 10:15. Well, Sunday at 10:30, but 10 on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And then I go on 6 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I throw in stuff here and there whenever. But that's my like concrete regular schedule. Has been for years. And I do this one specifically for my ladies that work because it's like the lunch hour, kind of thing. And I like to be here when they go to lunch. So, they have something to do while they're sitting there eating their salads and sandwiches and yesterday's leftovers, all that good stuff. All right, we're going to pop a hole in here because we're going to have to come back and, make this a tag later. One of these days, I'm going to get smart and I'm going to put some nail polish or something on this side so that I know which side I'm working, like this side or something, so I know which side I'm working on here. Because I always take this thing out and go, which side's which? Okay, so we have that. I'm not going to do anything else on this page. I might put a little something here. It might need a little something here. Maybe a little washi tape. Okay, washi tape. We're going to do washi tape. Oh, I can't help myself. I love washi tape. All right. So I'm waiting for Hub to get up because I want to know what we're going to do today. He took the day off because it's our anniversary. That poor man has put up with me for many, many years. Now, it's just our wedding anniversary, but because we've been together a lot longer than we've been married. A lot longer. And let's see. So, yeah, we've been a lot longer. I spent quite a few years going, no, I don't want to get married again. And then he finally talked me into it. Yeah, still married. He's put up with me all these years. It's just bizarre how anyone could put up with me for all these years. I find that amazing. We've been together over 20 years now. But we've only been married for 13. We got married a year before my mom passed away. Well, no, just before she passed away. So let's see. She passed away 4 months after we got married, I think. So yeah, we've been together. We've been married for 13 years. Been together for 20, 21. We've been together forever. But I didn't want to get married. I still had kids and it was ridiculous. But, he never gave up. Once a month, every month for 7 years. So you think you want to marry me? Nope. I love you. Just don't want to get married. Okay. See you next month? Yep. Every month. I just didn't see a reason to get married. He did. I didn't. What are we going to do with this? I don't know. See, you have to put this on the top or the side because of the way that this thing is. It's too wide for this one. I just don't think this one's going to work in this section. I think this is going to go in the other section. But probably there's a space for it over there. Let's see. Yeah, he wore me down. There. Oh, we could do it here. All right, so we're going to do it there. Let's put a pin in that. All right, we got a pin there. All right, we're going to put that in there. Okay. See? Decision made. I still have to figure out what I'm doing with this. Because it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. It's not going there, though. We could cut that down. But then there's these. And I think they're adorable. But what the heck are you supposed to do with this? I told you guys, we're probably going to have to end up making like a paper clip out of this or something, because it's a pocket. You know, it's an envelope, coin envelope. But what do you do with it? You know what I mean? Because if I glue it in, you can't use it. If I put it this way, you can use it, but you have that flap to contend with, and then you have this stuff, you know, where it gets caught, or it, like if this is down and that's, you see what I mean? It's going to bend it. I don't want to do that. So I have to figure out what to do with these coin envelopes, because they're beautiful, but there's nothing to do with them. I could take this part off and just put it in like that. So, you know, that it gives the impression of a coin envelope. I'm going to cut this sucker off, and let's just see. I'm just going to cut it off with my scissors and glue it together, and we're just going to look at it for a while and see if it talks to me. Come on, y'all know you got to get it to talk to you, right? All right, so let's ink it. We'll glue it, and then we'll see if it talks to us at any point. Now, since this is the side that's going to be showing, we'll just ink this side a little bit. So let's glue this thing down, and we'll just see. What's the worst that can happen? We don't like it? Now, you just worked. What is your issue? All right, so we're going to glue that down. And we'll glue this one down. And this one. Normally, I would put 2 beads of glue on here, one there, but this doesn't really have that big of an overlap. So I'm not going to do that. All right, so now we're going to look at this for a while and see. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but we're going to put it right there so we can look at it for a while. Okay. So now, there's the other one. I don't know. Maybe we'll put it in a pocket. Maybe. I don't know. But we're going to ink it. We're going to glue it together. We're going to look at it. I'm not going to cut the top off of this one, because I want to see it both ways, you know? So let's just ink. We all know I love to ink, right? And we'll see where it goes. See, in my opinion, everything has to serve a purpose, you know, in your journal, because real estate is important. So if it's not serving a purpose, then it has no reason to be there. So this one's going to need a clamp, I think. Nah, it's working. All right, so we're going to set these over here, and I'm just going to kind of stare at them and see if they say anything. Okay, all right. So now we're back to the pink stuff. And I want to do something cute here. Now see, I have the mirror there, so I'm kind of looking for that. This is not a mirror, it's a magnifying glass, but I think it still has the same, you know, kind of the same look to it. So let's do this. And I think we're going to do it over here, like here. So let's do it over here. This is a rub on. We want to get this as close to the edge as possible because we want to not take up a lot of writing space. Where's my ball? There it is. So the hubs is up. We just walked through. I mean, he's up. He's not awake. He still has about 20 minutes before he's awake-ish. Come on now, you guys know how that works, right? We all have one in our life that's like in the morning. All right. I think I want to do like maybe a big pocket over here on the side. So let's take a look at some of our digitals and see if there's anything that I want to work with. Now I screwed up and I printed this stuff on regular copy paper. I know. But the big printer is crap right now. It's caca. And so I can't use it. So I don't want to waste the little bit of ink that I have left. I have the ink program for that, but I only get so many copies a month, you know. And this was a big digital. And I have some things coming up. Collab and a bunch of other things that I have to print stuff for. So I don't really want to print up another set. So we're just reinforcing this. Which I would do anyway for pockets and stuff. All right, I kind of like this one. It has a little bit of blue in it. So let's go ahead and measure this one. And we have a piece that is 7 inches. That's what he said. So 6.5 is good because it's going to take it like right about there. If I move it up just a little bit, I could take a little more of that flower, but I'm not really interested in taking more of the flower. All right, so we're going to cut this down to about 6.5 because we're going to go 6 3/4 on our background. So let's cut this down. Let me grab paper trimmer. Let's cut this out. Okay, so I'm going to take this at the bottom. And then we wanted to go 6 3/4. Ink. And then I want to go, I think we're going to do a little weird cutting. Yeah. So. So let's do this. I'm not fussy cutting. Don't anybody call it crafting police. I'm not fussy cutting. Just weird cutting. Okay, so, which is kind of like just a really loose version of fussy cutting. All right, so I got that. And we're going to put a background on it. What do we got? What do we got? I think, let me see what's in the bag. I think I might have a piece of coffee dyed. I don't. I'm just getting another piece of coffee dyed. Let me grab some coffee dyed cardstock. Ugh. All right, I got tea dye. So I'm going to cut this off, and I'm going to cut a 2-inch piece. We might cut this down, but for now we're going to start with a 2-inch. By 7. Did not want to come off at her. All right, 2 by 7. All right, let's see. All right, we need to take just a hair off the bottom. Let's see how we are. Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to put this on here. And it's just barely going to, oh yeah, that'll work. Okay. So let's ink this all the way around. I think we're going to do a little bit of trim on this, a little bit of lace as well. Because according to Rose, I'm supposed to put lace on every page. I'm sorry. Y'all know I don't do this stuff. I don't do, frilly is not my jam here. But I'm trying. I'm coming out of my comfort zone. I'm really going to come out of my comfort zone for this collab thing that I'm doing. Hi, Michelle. All right. Rose would be so proud of me, Rochelle. Yeah. I went and bought new frou-frou lace. Whole bunch of it. It's really froofy. It's got sparklies and everything. Yeah. She'd be so proud of me. All right. So now I need to figure out which lace I'm going to put with this, because I want to put it on here, but I want to put, and then put this here, but I want to do a little bit of lace right there. So something small. Oh, this one, it's very delicate. I don't know that I can, though. I don't know that this one is going to be. Yeah, no, that's not going to be, it's not going to work, because this is so. It has to be bigger. If we're going to make this work. Because well, I mean, we could just put it on here. And then, yeah, we're going to put it on there, and then we're going to cover it with this. So Look, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't work with lace. I don't. For me, lace goes on clothing, not on paper. You know. I also bought washi tape. I was, I had so little going into this project that I needed some washi tape. And I have 50 rolls. I just bought 50 rolls, So. They're small rolls, though, to be honest. Don't judge. Don't judge me. All right, and then we're going to put this on here, and then we'll probably do some more decorating because the lace is not going to cover it like I wanted it to. But we'll make it work. We'll add some Floofy to it. All right, so we're going to put this on here. And it comes up just a bit. And down just a bit. Okay. So now we have that lace on there. We have this piece on here. Cut that off there and there. And this looks redonkulous. So we have to do something with it. What are we going to do with it? I don't know. Paper flowers, maybe? Let's see. Maybe we'll add some paper flowers. Where are the paper flowers? They're way up in here. What have I got? They have to be small. Right. Let's take a look at paper flowers. They have to be small, flat-ish. Right? And no. No. What are we cleaning today, Michelle? I think we're going to use those. So let's just close this up. We have to get these down. Normally I would put them down with hot glue, but hot glue is not my friend today. No. Translation, Harry turned on the hot glue gun and made a mess. And I'm not in the mood to clean it up. So. Alrighty. So we're going to put those on there. And yeah, that'll work. All right, so we're going to put some glue on the back to put this down. Hold the front, glue on the back. I had to fill this glue bottle up, guys. And then remember not to squeeze, because I let it get about halfway down and then I start squeezing it. And then when I fill it back up and I start to squeeze it, it goobs all over the place. Clean the kitchen, braised your roast. Now it's in your Dutch. Cool. So you're making me roast for dinner? Don't laugh, I can be there for dinner. If I leave right now. Okay. All right. Well, we're still thinking about these things. What we're going to do with them. I said, I think I might like maybe turn this into like a paper, just not really a paper clip, but just, put it in here and paper clip it in. I could put a paper clip on the back of it and have it as a paper clip, but then it would be very high up or out. I don't really want that. It's storming too. Oh, look at you, a pot roast and a storm. I don't know what he's got planned. He's got a plan. I know he does because he took the day off. Not a half day, he took a full day. So I don't know what his plan is. I'm going to find out later, I'm sure. Because he's not fully awake yet. When he is, he's probably got a plan. What am I going to do with this? I feel like I need to round the corners here. That's what I feel like on this particular one. I don't know why. I didn't round the corners on the other side of it, but it didn't feel like it needed rounded corners. This one, that's because I put lace on that, so it's a little softer. Oh, thank you. Yes. Yes, I've been with him forever. Forever. Forever and ever and ever. I love my honey. I do. This is my baby. He's my baby. He's home, I don't know how to explain it, but like when I'm on the road and, people, if you've been here for any period of time, I travel a lot. And when it's time, I'm done and I want to go home, he's home. I could probably be on the road for weeks if he was with me, because he is my home. No matter where he is, that is home to me, which is weird because I've never had another person be like that for me. But I do travel a lot. I take 3 to 4 trips a year. Mostly I'm not here from like spring through fall because I'm on the road going out and meeting y'all and shopping and, doing my scaventuring and all that stuff and traveling with my grandkids. So, creating those memories with them. And Hubbard stays home because our fur babies are here and they need somebody, mommy or daddy, to be here to take care of them. And he stays home with our fur babies. And I love him for that because our fur babies are everything. And so, he stays here with the fur babies and lets me travel and do the things that I like to do. And so most of the year I'm gone, I'm only guaranteed to be here November through February. Come March, I'm ready to go again. Now, most people that would drive nuts. Not Hubbard. Hubbard's like, okay, let's make sure that your AAA is paid, that your Sirius radio is paid, that the tires are good on your car. Have a good time. And so I travel for most of the year. And no matter where I am, no matter how far I get, this is always home, wherever he is. he could be in the outback and it would still be home because it's, it's where my ubber is. I want to do a tuck, I think, on this page. So let's see, what should we do? Not that. All right. Like, I love this page. It needs lace. Let's start with that. It needs lace. And we just used this one. Let's use the same one over here. On this side. We could use that other one. But I like this one. All right, so I'm going to put some lace on this page. Doop. I think I want to do some kind of tuck. I just don't know what. Like, it's in my head. Do a tuck, do a tuck, do a tuck. I don't know. Now watch, I'm going to put this on here and I'm going to go, you know what you should have done, dum-dum? Because I do that sometimes. And I go, this would have been a really good place for flip. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's something about mics. They're homebodies. Like, they stay home. Like, they like to be home. They're homebodies. And then, so for you, it's like that's your home base, Because you're out running around like a lunatic and, they're holding down the fort. Stop doing this. Stop making tickets and putting these white spots on them. Because I love that ticket. I love this. I don't like that. I don't want it to be a tag. I want it to be a freaking tuck it in ticket. So now I have to figure out how to cover that. I mean, which can be done, but but not easily. And even the little ones. I got to put that over here too with that stuff. The stuff I want to look at and go, what can I do with this? Nope. No. I'm trying to figure it out. Yep. That's the one. So I'm just going to put a little tuck down here. So that's going to give us maximum writing space. All right. We're going to try tucking this into a pocket and see if it grows on me. Don't think that it will, but what the hell? Give it a shot. Let me see if it grows on me. Because that was a suggestion and I haven't come up with anything else. All right, so I'm going to make this a little tuck. So we're going to glue here and here. Leave that open so we can tuck stuff into it. And this page is going to get some washi. So let's put some glue. Don't leave me, Michelle. She's going to leave me. It's going to be all Mother Nature's fault. Ooh. Okay. So we have that. And I'm going to grab this one right here. I'm going to end up probably grabbing some more words for this because we're only one journal, one signature in, and I've used most of the words that came with this set. So I'm probably going to end up getting some other words. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to cut it straight off. There. And there. Now let's ink. And this is going to go in there, and I think I'm going to give it a little bit of a lift. So let's put some dots under behind it here, there, okay. Dots. Where's my dots? Dots. Square ones. Okay. And a pokey tool. Bye. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. All right. So I am thinking about making some changes to the schedule. I know. We finally got it all settled down after 7 years or so, and I want to go changing things. See who I am. So I'm thinking about coming on earlier in the morning. And staying on a little bit longer. Where did I put it? I just had what I wanted to put in here. See how I am? I just had it. What did I do with it? Brain damaged, I'm telling you. Okay, well, I've lost it. I don't know what I did with it. I didn't know. Okay, well, we could tuck this in, maybe. And then that could be like for little notes. You put little notes in there. I don't know. No idea. But this needs washi tape. And I have that brand new pack of 50 washi tape that I just bought. Don't judge me. Y'all don't understand. I needed washi tape. I did. Last year I did a no washi November. Like for the whole month of November, I didn't buy any washi tape. I found out that's a bad thing for me because then in December, on December the 1st, I ordered like 40 rolls of washi tape. I have a problem. I admit it. Yeah, I'm addicted to washi tape. Kind of like this one. First one out. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so we're going to put this over here. Right there. Yeah, it was a bad withdrawal. It was all Carla's fault. She said I couldn't do it. I did it. I did it. Go. So this is going to go right there. Right there. There. Right in there. I'll get it in there. Hold on. Put that there. like that. And then this comes down just like this. And then it's going to go underneath there. And I need a thing to push it under there. Here they are, my tweezers. Okay. Because I got to get it like a little bit under there. There we go. See how that worked? Yes, I should have put it on beforehand. No, I did not. Was that smart? No, it was not. Does it matter? Not really. Can I fix it? Yes. Okay. But it still needs something. Is this the place? It's the place. That's where it goes. That little piece that we threw together out of a couple of scraps that were on my desk, that's the piece that goes there. We're going to go ahead and push some glue on there. Just a little piece of a... La-dee-da-dee-da. That's it. That one's done. All right. So what have we done today? Let's see where we're at. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pages. That's enough for any person. Oh, and we did our tassel that needs to go in our pocket now that we've moved on. But that's going to go in there. And then we're going to put in something behind it, but something that's not as tall, like something short. It's probably, I don't know, something like this, but not, I mean, it's got to be a little taller than that, you know, that goes into that pocket so that when you take out the bookmark, you can still utilize the pocket for something. I just have to figure out what goes in there. We still have this blank, totally blank page that we haven't done anything with. I'm going to finish that. What are we going to do with it? Let's do something. Left. Okay, here we go. I got it. All right, here we go. I got it. I got it. See, you got it. All right, so we're over halfway. We're about 3/4, 2/3 of the way, 2/3. I'd say 2/3 of the way through of the first signature. So we're going to keep working on this one tomorrow. What else? Let me find my clip. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Put it up there for now. It's probably not the most secure way of holding all of that. So what do we got going on? Let's talk about that. What do we have going on around here? We have all kinds of stuff. Let me look at the book. All right. So today is the 5th. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing our idea book. We're going to be doing the circle pockets. So we're going to be using our dies. And you know what? You can use any dies. I'm saying circle pockets, but we can use any of them. I did a video a while back where it was like making pockets out of different dies. And that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to be doing the circle pockets, but we're also going to be doing some other shapes as well. Just to show you what you can do with what you have. Okay. So we're going to be doing some of those. And then we have a craft with me on Friday night. I'll be back Friday morning, of course, and Thursday morning. But we have a craft with me on Friday night. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be doing on that one, but we're going to be checking some stuff out and probably doing. I may do the stack pockets, these ones, you know, that I got in this kit, but showing you how to do them on your own so that they're not so bulky. And then, of course, on Saturday, evening, we play mixed media. And on just about any one of my videos, if you go down to the bottom of the description, you can get a copy of our mixed media list, because we use a random number generator to play mixed media. So unlike a lot of other channels, we make sure that it's, I don't know what comes out of there, and I'm going to tell you there's days. And then, of course, this Sunday is it's our game day. Of course, we're playing our not so family friendly feud, and we're also going to be having the sale, which is my last sale of the year because I don't have a sale in December. And then, of course, in January I have 2 sales because I have my regular sale and then I have my countdown sale, which I will try to do close together so that you can combine shipping. So, what else have we got going on? So, yesterday we had the video for the Awashi Day box. And we're going to be having a box for Twix candies. One for Hershey's Kisses. There's going to be one coming out for Hershey's Nuggets and another one for the Ghirardelli Squares. And that's the Christmas Boxes 2025 series. This year I decided to do candy boxes. So we're going to be doing candy boxes. Excuse me. So sorry. But we'll be working on this tomorrow and Friday morning. And provided I'm here tomorrow morning, who knows? You may have decided 13 years is enough. So we got that going on. I do have videos posted through the end of February, moving into March. Keep in mind that I do have a couple of different things coming up, including a collab and stuff. So those videos are going to get added to the schedule. What else? I think that's everything. Listen, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button because, I offend everybody and you would like to be here when it happens because, it's always fun to be around when I offend you and know it's coming. That's the best part. You know it's coming. You just don't know when it's going to happen. What else? If you would like to cyber stalk me, you can do that by hitting the description box down below and hitting the more. And then that is going to have my email address, my Facebook group, my Insta, all of that. So you can cyber stalk me really easy. I'm giving you all the information you need to do that. That's it. That's all I have. So until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Thanks for sharing your lunch with me. I love you guys. Bye-bye.